Please respect the chair's authority. The
I
gentlewoman,
respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. Not the right thing to say, but I was angry. Let me tell you why you're angry, because you or no one else in this room has seen what I've seen in my 34 years. You didn't stand in the back of a tractor trailer shot my 19 dead aliens that suffocated to death because the smuggler didn't care, including a 5-year-old boy. What do you think his last 30 minutes were like? I was there. I seen it, I smelled it, I saw it, and I had a 5-year-old boy at the time, and it changed me for the rest of my life. I've seen people who couldn't pay their smuggling fees get stabbed in the face 22 times. 31% of the women are being raped crossing this border. Children are dying. Cartels are getting rich. Why am I angry? Because you haven't done anything to fix it. Nothing.
Look, every once in a while, Congress accidentally drops a straight-up masterpiece. Today was one of those rare days, a cinematic blockbuster where Tom Homan strolled in loaded with facts, decades of real-world experience, and the vibe of a guy who's been holding receipts since the 90s, while the Democrats showed up armed with nothing but feelings. Before I break down this absolute gem, do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss gold like this.
Mr. Homan, do you understand that the consequences of separation of many children will be lifelong trauma and carried across generations? Have we not learned from the internment of Japanese Americans? Mr. Homan, I'm a father. Do you have children? How can you possibly allow this to happen under your watch? Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you? I don't get it. Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country.
I've
served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments disgusting as well.
I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms that in back of that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of Congress.
We agree on that.
Fix it. This room has seen what I've seen in my 34-year career.
Very well.
No one has experienced what I've experienced. I saw many dead bodies coming across this border. And you want to talk about the memo? This memo is one option to stop death. Not just about enforcing the law, stop death. If you want to legalize illegal immigration, good luck with that, because it's going to get a hell of a lot worse on that border. If you say, okay, from now on, there will be no consequence, no deterrence. It's not illegal to come to this country illegally. More families would come. 31% women would be raped. More children would die. We're a nation of laws. If you don't like it, sir, change it. You're the legislator. I'm the executive branch, and I've served my country honorably for 34 years. And I will not sit here and have anybody say that I don't care about children because you're not the same color as my children.
Thank you very much.
Dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record.
What is the date on that?
It is the memorandum for the Secretary from Homeland Security.
Date.
April 23rd, 2018, subject increasing prosecutions of immigration violations.
Without objection.
And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Michalinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you...
Yeah, give her
I'd be happy to provide it. And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this, is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Mr. Homan,
Look,
please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get to go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have
This
approved
is a
an
circus.
agreement
This is a circus.
between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one witness, one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority. The
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for
excuse
me. I'm a taxpayer.
Picture
I'm a
the
taxpayer.
scene.
You work for me.
AOC adjusting her glasses like she's about to drop a viral TED Talk. Pramila Jayapal warming up for her big dramatic monologue. The rest practicing their best, I'm deeply outraged faces in the mirror. They open strong with accusations flying like soap opera plot twists, painting Tom Homan as personally responsible for every tear ever shed near the border. Meanwhile, Homan just sits there calm as hell, looking like, y'all done yet? Or should I grab some popcorn? When it's his turn, man, he doesn't just answer. He unloads gut-wrenching real-world horror stories that make their talking points sound like high school debate club fluff. He talks about a trailer where 19 migrants baked to death, including a 5-year-old little boy, women assaulted by smugglers, migrants stabbed because they couldn't pay cartel extortion, kids dying in ways nobody in that cushy hearing room could even fathom. You could see Democrats blinking fast, like their scripted outrage just got run over by a reality truck. And hey, real quick, smash that subscribe button so you're locked in for the next one. Then comes the big gotcha moment. Democrats dramatically unveil the infamous memo like they just dug up pirate treasure, waving it around yelling, "Aha, we got him." They demand, "Did you sign this, Homan?" "Yup." And instead of sweating, he coolly explains he was, wait for it, enforcing the actual laws of the United States. Imagine thinking you landed the knockout blow, only for the guy to reply, "Yeah, I did my job. Thanks for noticing." Crickets. Then Jayapal goes low, asking if migrant kids don't look enough like his own children or grandkids, as if this man hasn't spent 34 years in the trenches saving lives. The room froze. Even the mic seemed nervous. Homan shuts it down hard. He hits back with the story of holding a dead 5-year-old boy in his arms. The prayer he whispered over that child. Decades dedicated to protecting lives, not destroying them. Her cheap shot backfired so spectacularly it might need rehab. And when the chair tries to cut him off, Homan goes full taxpayer boss mode. Drops the iconic line, "You work for me. I'm a taxpayer, ladies and gentlemen." Right then the hearing turned into a public service ed. Never try to out-hustle a man who survived over 30 years of border hell. That's the saga. Democrats brought the drama. Tom Homan brought raw reality. hard-earned experience, and the patience of someone who's seen horrors Congress couldn't handle for 5 minutes. He didn't just defend himself, he flattened them with facts, heartbreaking stories, and a mic drop that'll go down in history. Note, this refers to the December 17, 2025, House Oversight Committee hearing where former ICE Acting Director Tom Homan testified on border security. Homan, now appointed as Trump's border czar, emotionally recounted tragic migrant deaths and pushed back aggressively against Democratic criticism of past enforcement policies, including the 2018 to 2019 family separation controversy. If this breakdown had you hooked, smash that like, drop a comment, and subscribe, cause Congress keeps serving up content, and I'm here breaking down every epic second. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.